Welcome to Glisten's Culinary Delights. I've got a treat for you guys today. We're doing this video one day early because we have a very special holiday this Sunday. Now, Mother's Day is usually typically a hard holiday for me, but it could be for a lot of other people. But Mother's Day is a day to honor our mothers or grandmothers or aunts or whoever in our life has been a mother to us. It's a great day to honor them. And so one of the traditions that I like to have on Mother's Day is when I was little is I would always make my mom something for breakfast. And so I have a very simple French toast, stuffed French toast dish that we're going to put together today. And it doesn't take very long. It's very, very, very quick. And so all you kids out there that are watching my channel, you can totally make this for your parents, your mom, your dad, whoever you have in your life that is your mother and mothers you. I would love to have you enjoy this dish. So let's get to it. All right, so let's get started. So first we're gonna make our egg dip that we're gonna use for the French toast. So in just a shallow dish, I have 5 whole eggs that I'm just going to whisk up. And I'm gonna add a few things to my mixture. All right, so first thing I have is a half a cup of heavy cream. So add that to the mixture. And then we have 3/4 of a cup of milk. And then a 1/4 cup of sugar. And then last but not least, we have a teaspoon of vanilla. All right, so then you're just gonna mix all that up. Make sure you get all the sugar dissolved in there. All right, step 1 done. Next step, we're going to do something that I love to do to my French toast because it makes it super crispy on the outside. It's a simple ingredient. I've got a cup of cornflakes in here, and so I just put it in a Ziploc bag. I'm just gonna crunch them up just a little bit. We don't want them super thin. Just give it a few crunches with your hand. And then you're just gonna put them in another shallow dish. Spread it out. So the idea of this is we're gonna dip our bread, we're gonna dip our bread in the cornflakes, and then we're gonna cook it up. So let me get my hot plate out and we'll get that going as well. And we're back. So I have my hot plate on, it's just on medium temp, and I have a tablespoon of butter in my pan. I like to use butter best just because it makes it taste really good. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to get my bread, and I just have some Texas toast, like thick bread. And so I'm gonna get my bread and I'm going to dip it in my egg mixture. You don't really have to worry about the one side because this is going to be stuffed French toast. So we're going to stick some cream cheese and some blackberries in it. So we don't have to do it on both sides. But you just wanted to let it soak a little bit. You want that egg mixture to get really good into the bread. And once you have that, that's looking good just like that. I'm going to dip it in my cornflake mixture. And we're going to do that with all the pieces. So we just got to do the one side, dip it. Let it soak a little bit. And then dip it in our cornflakes. You can do this with as much or as little bread as you want. All right, so we have our last little things. This is what we're gonna put into our stuffed French toast. So here I have blackberries. You can use raspberries or strawberries or whatever type of berries that your the person you're cooking for likes, or you like, if this is for you. And I just have that and a tablespoon of sugar. And so I'm just going to mash these, and you can do it with the fork. It's really simple. Just mash them up as much as I can. All right, once you've got them all mashed, kind of stir it up. You want that sugar to incorporate throughout. You make sure. Okay, so that's looking great. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just gonna kind of spread around that butter in my pan, just to kind of make it so that this toast doesn't stick. And once I do that, I'm going to get each piece of toast, and I'm just going to put it on the cornflake side down into my pan. Now that I have that cornflake side down, I'm going to do my two things. So I have my blackberries, and then I have some cream cheese. And I like to use whipped cream cheese just because it's easy to spread. So it's just some whipped cream cheese, and I'm going to spread it on the inside of the bread that I have here cooking. You can put as much or as little as you like. Alright, so now that I have that, I'm going to scoop some of our blackberries in there as well. Just kind of spread that around. Again, same thing, much or as little as you'd like in your French toast. Once we have that done, I'm going to top it with our other two pieces of French toast. At this point, we're just going to let it cook a few minutes on each side, just so that it browns on one side, and then we'll flip it over. You always just lift it up a little bit just to check on it. I'm going to flip it over. Alright, so these are done. They're nice and crispy brown on the outside. And we'll cut them open so we can kind of see what it looks like. Alright, so we're going to cut one open so we can kind of see. So I like to cut it on the diagonal. Looks more fancy that way. If you can hear that, it's just so crispy on the outside. And then I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. Look at that. So let's get this plated up, and I'll give it a taste test. All right, so we have this plated up. It's looking beautiful, and we are going to try this now. So I have a special syrup that I love to put on pancakes or French toast, and it's just some buttermilk syrup. So if you head on over to my reels, I have a reel or short of my buttermilk syrup. It's really easy. It doesn't take very long, so you can make that, or you can just use regular syrup. And I'm going to pour in on our syrup, and we're going to give it a try. Oh my gosh, this looks so freaking good. So good. Just gonna, it's still so crispy. Just gonna get a piece with the blackberries and a little bit of everything. The cream cheese, the syrup. The best breakfast. Super easy. It didn't take very much time. And it's so amazing to make for somebody else. So I suggest that you make it. It's really easy, tastes delicious, not super healthy, but we're allowed to have a cheat day on holidays, right? So head on over to my reels so you can see how to make that syrup. If you don't want to make this for Mother's Day, I also have other videos that you can watch on how to make eggs Benedict or waffles, other brunch dishes that you can make for your special someone on this special day. So thanks for joining me. As always, the recipe will be down in the description. Please like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Thank you.